Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Emily Moss, and I'm a board member for WASPI, and I am here today with composer Franco Landete. He was a finalist in our recent 4th International Composition Contest, and his work in the Category 3 Emerging Composers is titled Cosmogonies. Welcome, Franco. Great to have you here today.
Good evening. Nice to be here.
So we have a few questions for you to help our audience get to know you and this composition a little bit better. So let's begin with your background, a little bit about your background and how you became to be a composer.
Okay. I'm from a region from Spain. Its name's Valencia. I don't know if you know it. Where there is a big and really deep tradition of amateur wind bands.
Yes.
So I started on the music school from the wind band of my village, a small village of 2,000 population. And that's how I started on this world of music when I was a child. I developed myself there in this region as a musician. I played a lot of time. I grew up with another big wind band. It's named Artística from Buñol. I don't know if you know it. It's really known internationally. And well, I decided to become a musician. I'm a tuba player right now, and since 2009, I'm tuba player in the wind band from Palma de Mallorca. How I became a composer? Well, during my time of high studies, I did so small pieces to play with friends, like duets, trios, quartets. Here in Spain, I was 3 years studying in Germany, and well, I developed like that. It wasn't a goal for me to become a composer, so I don't have studies like ruled studies, conservatory or music high school or something like that. I developed like this, making pieces, and after a few years playing with the wind band, my job, I did my first composition was a Sorolla, Little March.
Yes.
And a few years later, I did a symphonic piece. I presented it to a national contest. It was in Catalonia by the Federation of Women's there, and I won this prize. And from this moment, it was 2017, or 6 years ago. And from this moment, I took it more seriously, and I started to make more pieces to present them to some contests, and there were some prizes that were arriving to me, and it was a hobby. It is a hobby. I took it really seriously, and I'm really happy with it, and that's how I arrived to this moment, and I'm really happy with it.
It's wonderful and a wonderful place to begin as a composer in the heart of the Spanish band tradition. And you're a tuba player, is this correct?
Yes, yes, I'm tuba player. Yes.
Yeah, very nice. Tell us a little bit about this composition, Cosmogonies, and it's your inspiration for it.
This piece, I did it during the pandemic time. Was one of the pieces that I did during this time, and the goal for this piece, because for each piece that I do, I like to make a small challenge. Like I never did that. I wanna try to do it
Yeah.
and do what can I develop on it. So one thing that I have really admiration with composers all times is to take inspiration from something that is really, I would say, wild. I don't know how to explain it, like really rare, complicated, and make a composition. So I wanted to do something with philosophical meaning inside. Okay, that's from one part, and from another part, um, to take just 3, 4, 5 notes, and with it do everything. So I took two philosophical meanings. The first was the elements from the earth. It is the earth, wind, fire, and water. Um, from there, I took the four notes. So earth is G. I took from classical Greece, from classical Greek.
Hmm.
So earth is G, is Gia. Water is B, natural. Is H, hydro. This I took it from the German system of
Yes.
rotation. Then wind is F. No, sorry. Fire is F.
Ah,
So H, and wind is A. Earth is easy. And then I took another philosophical meaning. It's the idea of the melodies of the planets developed by Kepler
yes.
in the middle age. And I took just the melody of the earth, this one semitone. And with these two elements, I did all the piece. One thing that I loved really from this piece is that is the first piece where I used polytonality. I don't know if in English it works like this word
Poly-
polytonality.
Polytonal?
Polytone, yeah.
Yeah.
So the last part, it took the four tonalities playing together, and I was so amazed how it works, how it
Yeah.
uh, and from this moment I tried to use the polytonality as much as I can.
Yeah.
I'm really fascinated with it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Perhaps this will become a signature device of yours that you will use in future compositions.
from this moment, I can tell you, I use it in every piece,
Yes.
and it was really good. I like.
Good. So if a conductor were going to program this work,
Mhm.
what would be some suggestions you would give to them in terms of preparation or maybe rehearsal with their ensemble?
That's that's a hard question.
Perhaps
Yeah,
even just some things to think about.
okay. The first thing I will tell him or her is thanks. Thanks a lot for thinking in my music. It's a pleasure. Every time that a composer is calling or mailing and for asking about that is a big honor. Every composition that every composer do, I think like that, and now I'm really sure because it's my experience, is that every composition is part of the personality of the composer. and it's important somehow to understand this meaning. So the conductors said, tell me this piece is like you, it's like your personality. If I must to say how I am, my personality, I will say that I really compromised with everything I do. That's one thing really hard in my personality. Um, and also I have a lot of humor. Okay, so all my pieces have the both. I don't know how to explain it. It's like this compromise is like really a lot of intensity during the whole time. Okay, and then there is a moment that it has not this intensities, this humor.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's really obvious, and you can see it and you do it, and other times it's not so obvious, but it is there, you know.
Yes.
So this piece is a lot of compromises, a lot of intensity during the whole piece. Uh, Also the pianos, the third part, I really love it. It's a part of water. I used this harmony that I feel really good with it. And the whole piece, it looks like that, but there are some moments that maybe can be a bit strange. That why, what's going there? That's the other part. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's a lot of intention, a lot of energy, and then a bit of smile. I don't know how to say it.
Yes. I think this is part of what makes the piece very successful. It has different personalities and it leaves room for fun and
Mhm.
interpretation for the conductor. We enjoy that for sure.
Yeah.
Franco, tell us, what are you working on these days? Is there a new composition or a project that you are working on?
Okay. This year, I did already three pieces, but this year it is a special year because it's the anniversary of the death of two painters really famous and important here in Spain.
Ah,
One is Picasso, and the
yes.
other one is Sorolla. So these weeks, 2 weeks ago, I finished one piece for ensemble based in a builder of Picasso. Um, Here I used a lot of polytonal moments.
Yes. I can imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah, it was very nice. And now I have commissioned piece for trombone, horn, and piano. It's a chamber piece, and I will dedicate to Sorolla.
Mhm.
Sorolla was the first big international famous Spanish painter, and I did. I'm working on the last uh, big big work that he did. It was a work commissioned by the Hispanic Society of America that is based in New York.
Hmm.
So he did in 1923, and it was, I don't know, like 1915 that they asked him for do that. He took like 8 years or something like that to do it. It's such a big work. It, there are like 13 big builders, but really big. It's like 3 meters for 4 meters. That's one, and then the other one, there is one that is like 10 meters for 3 meters. Is
Wow.
such big. And this commission, they asked for a picture of traditional of each traditional region of Spain. So all the pictures they talk about the parties and sim parties, some artwork and all this stuff. And still now all these builders, these pictures are in this society in New York.
Okay.
So I hope someday, after read a lot about that, I
Yeah.
hope I can go to New York and visit it.
Yes. Franco, thank you so much for your time today speaking with me.
Thank you.
And we will add into the notes for this interview video your email. So if anybody would like to contact you directly about your compositions, they can email you directly.
Perfect.
Thank
Thanks a
you
lot.
again.
It was
Yes.
a pleasure. It was a pleasure. I hope I can help anyone that is watching this video, and it was a pleasure to talk with you.